Well, hey everybody, welcome to the Rick and Kelly recap of the Real Housewives of Orange County, episode 10. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
And we want to thank you for subscribing here on YouTube. If you haven't yet, just hit that subscribe button.
Please.
We are climbing fast, getting more and more views every week, almost 500,000 a month now.
Thank you.
Really appreciate your support. Also, this recap is brought to you by Tequila Commissariat, the world's best tasting tequila. And Kelly has a very special way of serving
I
it.
want to show you guys. So if you ever buy like Reposado or Añejo, that's like the highest quality. It's aged the longest in the tequila family. But if you're going to do this, there's a little, I'm not going to get too drunk, but I'm just going to show you. 'Cause I intermittent fast, so I
you're going to get hammered off one drink.
I typically don't eat until about 12 or 1. So this is a great way. So I get a cutie.
Yeah.
Get a cutie.
Okay.
And here, hold
Right.
that.
I got this. Yep.
Okay. And I squeeze it in there like this. Like that. And then I get some cinnamon. And I put a little bit like this.
Can I have a little cinnamon, my love?
Yes.
Okay.
Cinnamon's really good for you.
Oh, yeah?
It regulates your blood sugar.
We put that in our coffee every morning.
It's good for you, cinnamon.
Awesome.
So, like this, and then I just sip it. Cheers.
Cheers, baby.
How good is that?
Oh, my God.
Is that tasty?
This is absolutely delicious.
Yes.
No lie.
Get
this
your
is fantastic.
Commissario and do this, you guys. And I'm telling you, it is fantastic.
Tequila Commissariat is elegant, balanced, elevated, and distinguished. The expressions include this remarkable bottle, aged almost 8 years. This is $1,000.
$1,000.
$1,000. But the rest of the line is much more affordable. And you can get yours at 10% off if you use the discount code RickandKelly10 at tequilacommissariat.com. tequilacommissariat.com, 10% off, delivered right to your door.
Don't you love that? I don't like leaving.
This is award-winning.
I like everything delivered to me because it feels like I get a present.
Cheers again, my love.
Cheers. And it's pure. It doesn't have additives in it. It's really, really well done, tasty tequila.
Fantastic stuff. We have one more business item to discuss, maybe two. The BLUMENE Face Pro.
Oh my God! You know
back.
my favorite tool? Remember the favorite tool that I talked about? Like in the back. I mean, this thing. I'm telling you right now. I have a new face and I have my stem light. This is all in one. So this is to clean your pores. This is to tighten. This is to get like your wrinkles all smoothed out. So I like the red one. I do all of them. I just go like this every night. Before I go to bed, I put my product. It pushes your product in. Like this, look. And then I go up like this. And I do it until it stops. It will stop automatically on its own.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
Yeah, it has like a built-in timer.
It has a built-in timer for you to stop.
So
I go like this. But you can see the lift. I do this. I'm doing this to my butt. To this micro magnetic. And it just tightens up. You don't tighten up your skin. Like this is like a skin gym all in one. And you know what? The best thing about this thing is it's $59.
Yeah.
It's $59. I sold out on these.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, where are they? They completely sold out. They had to remake more. I'm telling you, you guys need to get these for Christmas. Christmas is coming up fast.
Yeah.
And these are $59. They sell out on them like
just
really
for the
fast.
first 100 people. BLUMENE says the first 100 get it at $59, and they did sell out last time. You have to use the code that's in our show description. So when you go to YouTube and you see this show and there's a description, in there is the link. You click that link and you'll get that special price on the BLUMENE Face Pro, which Kelly
what can you give
loves.
for a present for $59? Honestly, that a woman loves. And it feels so good. Do I use this every night?
You do.
I use it every single night.
And swears by it. So
I swear by this thing because the new face at Nordstrom's or wherever, it's $250. You know, the stem lights, same thing. like $200, $150. I mean, $200 for these things.
Yeah.
And this is all in one.
And it's so
for
compact
$59.
too. It's
And it shuts off by itself. It tells you when you are done.
and it fits your face nice.
Oh,
Too.
and it feels so good. I'm not kidding. Like,
All right, get yours. We got to move on.
Right.
Quick RHOC ratings update. You'll be shocked to learn that last week's show actually did better. It got a .23 demo and 812,000 viewers.
Yeah.
Which, I'm sorry, it still kind of sucks in terms of overall, but it's a little better than it was last week.
Well, because Vicky's back.
Vicky's back, and she makes the show better,
She
without a
makes
doubt.
the show better. You know what?
What?
I would love to be Taylor. Taylor doesn't get in the fray really. She's getting paid.
Yeah.
No one's picking on her. I mean, it's she's.
I thought she mailed it in with her costume this week, though. I wasn't impressed with her costume.
Okay, who are you impressed with?
Well, before we get to the
it.
recap, one more thing. I want people to know they can take advantage of our summer special on our pickleball paddles and balls.
They're awesome. And you know what? Everybody calls us and says that they're different from everybody else because got pink balls.
This is a top of the line carbon fiber paddle, and it's priced very reasonably at $59. And if you buy two, you'll get one free. And the balls are awesome, and they're pink. Okay, they're pink balls, like Barbie.
Like Barbie.
To buy two, get one free. And we're getting a lot of people buying them. We appreciate that. Get yours
Yeah,
at
thank you guys. They're really good.
PickleballPartytown.store for those paddles and balls. Okay, so episode 10 was all about the you do me and I do you party.
Yes.
Building up
enough
to
about
it.
me. Let's talk about you. So what do you think about me?
Well, first of all, did you like the episode?
I did. I liked it. I mean, I think I was intrigued by it. I think it was good. I thought it was good.
I thought it was better than prior episodes. There was some drama there, and it was like...
There was drama there. I mean,
Yeah.
I thought it was good. The thing of it is that what really bothers me is that Thomas Kelly, our old producer, is good friends with Sally Ann. She's a main producer there, and she said Heather was going to get her due this year.
Yeah.
Like, they were going to make a big deal about Terry's cheating. They only showed a little snippet of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she got them to cut that out, like all of it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
There was a whole long thing about her, like everyone was discussing it. Now they're just concentrating on Shannon and John.
They had one headline and they dismissed it very quickly on this show. And if that's all they do on it, then yeah, there had to be. The show seemed like it was delayed for months before they released it. And that could be one explanation, that they were battling over whether or not to include that.
Yeah, I don't know, but okay.
So
go ahead.
you want me to go through the stuff that happened?
Yeah. So wait. Let's talk about. So they all like dressed like each other.
Yeah.
So Gina dressed like Emily. I thought she did a good job.
Yeah. I
And,
guess. Yeah. But Emily said her boobs weren't big enough.
Right.
Shannon was Gina.
She did a perfect job. And then she's like, Gina has got such a big ego. She's like, yeah, but she couldn't look like me now. Like, she's like some hot chick. Does she look better? Yeah, but her posture, like, she's pretty, but she's not. There's nothing like. There's nothing.
You are not a fan.
I am not a fan.
Tamra was Heather.
I thought Tamra did a great job.
She did a great job. She did look like Heather, and then at one point she was like rolling around on the ground, and Heather's like, I don't behave like that.
I don't behave like that, and I don't have a money gun like that. It's so déclassé.
Vicki was herself. Your favorite part was when she gave a list of what she wants in a man.
Oh my gosh, Vicki! There's just there's no comparing Vicki. Vicki is. You can take out Gina, and you can take. I do like Emily. You can take out Gina and whomever, and you can just replace them with Vicki, because Vicki is hysterical.
Yeah.
She's hilarious. Yes.
She's terrific. And by the way, I thought that her list pretty much summed up Mike, her new boyfriend, who you set her up with.
Yeah. That's Mike. Mike is all of those things.
It describes
except
him.
he doesn't have a boat.
Right, but she said that wasn't mandatory. Probably she said that because
it's a
he doesn't.
bonus. Yeah.
Because he doesn't have one. She probably said that.
I hooked them up too.
You did. Early in the episode, Tamra was helping Eddie set up an office, and she said she can't wait for him to get out of the house.
She can't wait for him to get a job. Well, you know why? because she is the breadwinner. She hustles.
Yeah.
She has 2 teas in a pod, which, you know, that's a lot of work. She's got her Vena CBD. She doesn't really do much on that because there's somebody that runs the whole company.
Right.
She's a, you know, she's a salesperson, basically. Yeah. But she still works at it. And then, and which is a great product. I'm not dismissing Venus. It is good because she's giving me some. And
Jeff Lewis says he loves it.
yeah, he falls asleep to it.
Yeah.
And then she has the show, and this show is a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's really hard to have a full-time job and do this show. It really is, but because it is work. And so Eddie doesn't really do. I mean, he was an aerobics instructor. Before.
Yeah.
So
well, he said he needs to clear his head.
And he worked for his dad at the law firm. His adopted dad.
Okay. Gina goes to Roger's garden, which is
Gina,
right
here.
Our
Gina's
house.
right near our house. And
Nowhere near her house.
Nowhere near her house. I mean,
But
it's an hour away.
But it's kind of close to Heather.
Yes.
Kind of. She tells Heather that Shannon is digging into her relationship but never wants to talk about her own. And then in an old clip, she said, I don't want to overstep my boundaries. What am I supposed to say about talking to Shannon, about showing any concern for Shannon? Those aren't things a real friend says. That was my reaction. Those aren't things someone who cares about someone else would say. What am I supposed to say? I don't want to overstep. Well, then you're obviously not her friend. So don't act like you are.
Why is Gina saying, I'm concerned about you? Gina could give 2 craps about Shannon, and Shannon could give 2 craps about Gina. They hate each other, and they always have. But then, for the last 5 years, they've hated, or 6 years, they've hated each other. You
actually said something that you liked what Heather said about being a difference between talking about someone and against someone. I think Heather said that.
Heather said that. Okay. You know I don't like Heather. But in this episode, I did like her. I'm not going to lie. I did. I felt bad for her. Because when we're all together as girls, we do talk about people. We do, okay? There's a difference between talking about somebody behind the scenes and then putting it on camera. So Gina, Emily, and put it on the camera. They're like, and Tamra. Those girls have no storyline, especially Gina. I mean, I think Emily does. Tamra has no storyline. So they have to produce it to make somebody else look bad. So they're, because there's nothing to talk about with them. There's nothing to say about them.
Well, that brings me to my biggest reaction to this week's show, which was that Shannon was so angry that everyone's talking about her relationship with John, but she's on a reality show and everyone talks about their relationship.
That's what I had a problem with Shannon being on the show. Shannon says, "Oh, I'm so authentic. I'm so authentic." No, she's not.
Yeah.
No, she's not. And I used to say that to Tamra back in the day, and I used to say that to Thomas Kelly, our EP, our executive producer. I used to say, Shannon is not, this is what bothers me about Shannon. She will call and tell everybody about her problems, but yet nobody can repeat it. Everybody has to be in the vault.
Right.
No one can say anything. Listen, when you tell one person something, it's not a secret anymore. Especially if you tell 2 people, it's certainly not a secret.
But why would it be a secret? She's on a reality show and it's based on their lives. So why wouldn't her relationship be front and center like everyone else's is?
It is like this. This is, don't leave me, John. Don't leave me. Please don't leave me. Oh my God, I love you. Please don't leave me.
You're fat.
Please me.
But you're fat. Apparently he told Shannon she was fat.
I don't believe that.
You don't?
I don't believe that.
I just don't understand how she could be so angry about them talking about her relationship when it's part of the show.
Yeah.
Why is that off limits?
Because she is so scared of John having him look bad. The guy obviously wants to be on camera, okay? Let's just be honest. He's a nice guy. I have nothing bad to say about him.
I like John too.
We spend a lot of time with John. Shannon was never friends with anybody on the show. We used to do a lot with John and Shannon. A lot.
Yeah.
We used to go out with them, go to dinners, everything with them. We would go to their house, hang out, do karaoke.
They came to our house.
None of them do that with them. John is a nice guy. I don't believe he called Shannon fat. He's got a daughter.
I believe he might have.
You?
Yeah, why not?
Well, the problem, I can tell you what the problem with their relationship is.
What?
They drink. They drink too much. And when drinking comes out, the truth serum comes out, and then there's fighting. That's what happens when you're semi-alcoholic. You get in a lot of fights when you drink.
Yeah. Well, there was one other thing about John. Gina said, like yelling at Shannon, I think it was in a flashback, I don't know any man who acts like that. When John went after Gina to Shannon, because Shannon told him that Gina had come after her in a really awful, mean way.
Because John goes, F her.
Yeah. Oh, you don't know any man who acts like that, who defends his girlfriend? You don't know a man who defends his girlfriend against someone who attacked his girlfriend? Are you kidding me? Like, I would do that all day, and I do that all day long with Kelly.
Yeah.
Of course I'm going to defend her. Yeah, I'm going to get involved if someone comes after her.
Thank you, baby.
So why would she be like, I don't know any man who acts like that? Maybe because your man doesn't act like that?
Because your man doesn't have a set of, you know what, cojones. Like, seriously. Like, I don't understand why Gina is on that show. She offers nothing but screaming and yelling. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
So after the break, we're at the party at Tamra's house. Jen is Taylor, and I thought she did a really good job.
Oh, I did too.
With the
and Taylor is always at the deck. We were at the deck the last two.
I think the last 3 times we were there, we saw her.
Yeah. And she has that same seat. And like Rick goes, Taylor, do you like? Do they save? Do they reserve?
Oh yeah, because they have these
you?
2 seats at the end of the bar, and every time we've been there, they've been in those, like, they're prime seats.
And the deck has great food, by the way.
Oh yeah, I love that place.
I love that place.
And the views, I mean, you're right on the ocean in Laguna Beach. It's fantastic. Mm-hmm. So I can see why she goes.
Right.
But yeah, she always gets great seats, and she's always there. So Jen was Taylor, Gina was Emily, Emily is Shannon, Heather is Jen, Taylor tried to be Tamra. I didn't think she did a good job.
Who?
Taylor tried to be Tamra.
Oh, yeah. Mm-mm.
She kind of mailed it in. At one point, Emily falls. I put Gina thinks she's hot shit. Vicki brought a keg and a bucket. And no question, she got it at High Times, right?
Yes, because you can see High Times, yeah.
We had the same. We have actually one on the roof. Yeah. I shouldn't say. We have one on the roof right now. That same keg, same red bucket.
With the High Time.
It's funny. We had that for a party on July 4th. Shannon does a keg stand, but she didn't do it right.
Yeah.
It bothered me. Like, you have to be totally upright and basically drink upside down. That's how you do it. You don't do it flat. You got to go all the way up.
It's a stand.
It's a stand. Like a handstand on a keg. They were doing it wrong.
It was funny, though. See, didn't Vicki make you laugh when she was like that? She was like, blah, 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 blah.
They played a sex game where they're answering questions.
I thought that was funny.
Taylor,
I really enjoyed that.
You did?
Yes, I thought it was hilarious.
They should have had more of that.
Yeah, they should have. It was funny. I enjoyed that scene a lot.
Taylor licked Emily's nipple.
Yes.
And said if you put a nipple in front of her, she'll lick it.
That's hilarious.
Shannon did confront Heather for talking about her relationship with John, and then there were some fireworks there. And Shannon at one point just lost it. She was yelling at everyone. And
then she's like, what did she say? Shannon goes crazy. Okay?
Yeah.
And her neurotic self. I do like how Emily is calling out people.
Yeah.
She calls out Shannon for being neurotic, which she is.
She called out Heather too.
She called out Heather. Thank God. Mm-hmm. Thank God.
I think she called out Tamra.
She called out Tamra too.
Yeah, she's been more tough this season. Heather said Shannon was more concerned with who's talking about her relationship than her actual relationship. That was a good line.
That's the thing of it is that Shannon goes, there was one point, she's like to Gina, you owe my boyfriend a big apology. We gave John a big apology. Did they ever return our phone call back? Nope.
No.
Never wrote us back.
No, that really bothered me because I put myself out there. I 100% was wrong, and I explained it, and I told them we'd do anything we could to make it up to them. Very gracious, very apologetic, very genuine, and got crickets. Crickets back.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. Like, really? You can at least say, I'm sorry, I need time to get over this. Something, anything. But crickets? That's not cool.
The whole thing is a bizarre relationship. Like, she tells everybody, she told me a lot, and we know him. None of those girls, like she said, know John.
Yeah, but why is that?
Because none of them are friends.
Okay, they're not friends, but also because she won't talk about the real. If she does, it's supposed to be off the record.
Yeah,
so
in the vault.
Yeah, so she's not opening up in any kind of.
How are you on a reality show if you can't say? How are you on a reality show?
I mean, it's just not authentic.
No, it's not. It's inauthentic.
Bothers
That's the problem. It's so irritating. That's what's irritating about this show because I know them and it's irritating.
Oh, Heather said she was done with Emily because Emily keeps coming after her.
Yeah, I like it.
Emily reminds Shannon that she told Emily about her problems with John one night out, and Shannon was like this. Like she caught her, basically, called her out for getting mad about something when she's the one who told Emily about it. And again, this is something that should be part of the show. It would be more authentic and more real and all that.
Yes, of course.
Emily was crying with Shannon. They were yelling at each other. That's when Shannon says John told her she was fat. But Shannon, again, her relationship can't be a topic of conversation. I wrote down Heather has resting bitch face.
Oh, she does. She's like that.
With that Tamra wig on, she was
This.
even more so, I thought.
Oh, yes.
No, don't smile. There it is. Resting bitch face.
See, if you have filler in your lips, you can't do that.
She does not have filler in her lips, okay?
I don't have filler in my lips.
She has no filler.
Someone tell me I had filler on my lips. What
You
are
do
you
it.
doing with your filler in your lips?
You do have plump, amazing lips.
I've always have. Do you see pictures of me when I was a little kid?
Yeah,
I've always
same
had
lips.
big. I've always had big lips.
Same lips.
My dad's got huge lips.
At the end of the show, things just break down further. Shannon is hysterical. She's crying. She's yelling at everyone. She's threatening to leave. She's getting in everyone's face. And they're trying to calm her down. At one point, Heather does deny that Terry cheated.
Yes. Well, that was like one part, but it was supposed to be a big part of the show.
Yeah.
Because it was all over.
Right.
And everybody in Newport Beach knows, allegedly, he cheated on her with one of his staff. Which happens from time to time. I'm not going to lie.
Not between us, though.
Well, we're new. We're newly married. They've been married for 20 years. I mean, he's got to be sick of that girl. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah. Well, she allegedly saved his life recently, or did something that he was having an issue, and she made him go to the hospital. She did that
before. We all went on a boat ride with her on the camera, and she was like, "My husband almost died."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was another. She had another scare.
Oh okay.
Yeah, my first season.
Yeah.
We were on a boat, and she went over there and talked about how Terry almost died and all this stuff.
At one point, Shannon's leaving Tamra's house and tells the camera to stop following her.
Yeah.
Do you not know this is your job? This is your job, okay? And they
stop following her. You're on a reality show.
Oh, and don't. I'm not talking about John.
I'm not talking about my relationship. You're on a reality show. You're on a reality show. Why? How come they're not getting docked and pay? And by the way, I want to see, because they're on Andy Cohen on What Happens Live last night.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, they're going at it on social media
all day.
I want to see all day. I want to see if they're going to get fined.
Yeah.
They fine me all the effing time. I want to see on anything I would write, anything like that with the fight between the cast members, I would get fined. You know what? I want to see if they're going to get fined.
I want to add real quick. Kelly goes deep on that topic on this week's Rick and Kelly show on Patreon.com. If you haven't subscribed yet, we highly encourage you to do it.
That's discriminatory. That is right there. They discriminate against me than any of those other people.
Really good story about how they started fining Kelly and how she basically upset.
Well, it's okay. Just let them watch Patreon because it's better.
Yeah, you got to go to Patreon. Go to Patreon. The Rick and Kelly Show on Patreon.com.
And then she's
103 episodes.
And then Terry DeBro is like, she's like, he looked just like my late brother-in-law that was on Quiet Riot. That's how they got their money.
Yeah.
He died, doesn't have any children, had a wife, nothing. He left all the money to Terry and Heather. So every time you hear, come on, feel the noise, like anything because they have a lot.
You're paying her electric bill.
Commercials. Yeah, I mean, well, all that money went to Terry.
Yeah.
So people are like, how do they have so much money? It's not from Botched. You don't get paid that kind of money to be on Botched.
It was from his rock star.
It was from his rock star brother.
And towards the end, Vicki did defend Shannon, said she's trying to make it work and let her figure it out. Vicki's been a good friend to Shannon.
Yeah, but you know what's so funny is
What?
that Shannon didn't want to be friends with
Vicki.
Really? I talked about it with her the other day when Vicki came over. I was like, "What is this? Like she was so rude to you last year at Valentine's Day. She wouldn't talk to you. She wouldn't give you the time of day. Like you called me and told me. I'm like, what is it? All of a sudden now, you know what it is?
Yeah.
It's business. Business.
Okay.
It's business." But she does like they do like each other.
Yeah.
They do like each other.
And they have a long history.
Now they like each other.
Okay, well that's good.
So Vicki says she, talks to her like she, and I know that Shannon liked Vicki way more than she ever liked Tamra. I know that for a fact.
Okay.
So
inside scoop.
Yeah.
You're only going to get that here. Thank you guys for watching this recap. We hope you'll be back next week. Check out our Daily Smash right here on YouTube. Don't forget to click the link for the BLUMENE. And
I'm buying 10 of these for Christmas for my friends. I am.
Okay.
And I'm going to probably sell out on them myself.
I'll put it on the card. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.